John McKirahan, director of the Museum of Nebraska Art, visits artist Kent Bellows.
This is like 2 days old of Sophia. Check this out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Seurat.
I was going to say, well, you can almost tell that right now.
Well, look under the magnifier.
Bellows is a Nebraska artist whose highly realistic drawings are becoming very popular in the galleries on the east and west coasts.
Isn't this great? It's like a contour map.
Uh-huh.
McKirahan is very interested in acquiring one of Bellows' works, but he knows that it may cost more than his small museum can afford.
What are prices running right now?
This is like a $25,000 picture. And I mean, I've sold drawings for 30. I'm headed for the 40, 50 range with my larger paintings. That's it. Recession.
Buying now is risky for McKirahan, but if he waits, the price may double.
Well, that's... When you take a look at the kinds of things that you're doing and everything, that's certainly not out of line at all.
No.
But it has increased somewhat since the last time I talked to you, even 6 months or so ago. But that's good.
Okay. You know,
sure.
We'll deal. Piano solo.
As much as McKirahan enjoys Bellows' offbeat personality, he must make hard decisions about Bellows' work. The hard decisions that all museum directors face. Is this work that will endure? Is it work that 50 years from now will be addressing the important issues of our time? Is it work that captures a part of the truth of what it means to be alive today? In short, is it art? Featuring the following artists selected by Nebraska's museum directors. Jake Jacobson, Martha Horvey, Catherine Ferguson, Karen Kuntz, June Kaneko, and Kent Bellows.
What do you think of this? I mean, just technically, I should have made it bigger, but I was intimidated, so I wanted to make it tiny.
No, I really like it.
John McKirahan visits artist Kent Bellows.
How close are you to being done?
Maybe 40 hours.
His drawings and paintings are exquisite pieces of some of the highest degree of technical sophistication I think I have ever seen. Oh, yeah. And so much so that a lot of people can't tell them apart from photographs. Almost, I might say, a mystical sense of realism.
The focus of much of Kent's current work is his painful divorce in process from his wife, Angie.
I'm still going to Los Angeles, but I'm not going to take Angie. Sorry, honey. I'm selling this house, and I'm going to move down to the studio, and that's part of it, is I want to keep this painting. It's like Leonardo, you know, he died with the
Mona Lisa still at his bedside.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need this thing to protect me.
The whole idea of divorce and interpersonal relationships and senses of connection or dissolution are very much a part of what's happening in America today. He is a kind of everyman for each of us. He is really dealing with the experiences and emotions and events of his own life, but they take on a quality that we all somehow can kind of understand and identify with, and they become really a part of all of us. They are kind of hyper-realism. I think that fits Kent in a sense. Kent's kind of a hyper person in some ways, and I hope he'll forgive me for saying that.
It was so much fun.
he's working on this marvelous wall piece, first of all, which is in and of itself a work of art. But in fact, he's simply creating an environment, a background for what is going to be a drawing.
This started out, it was originally a picture with Angie. And since she's no longer available, I'm going to make it into yet another self-portrait. I'm going to be sitting on the floor, naked, but wrapped in a blanket. You know, this is going to be PG-13.
Yeah.
Probably a whiskey bottle. And it's all going to be in, you know, it's going to be like a performance piece.
Are these really parts of you? I mean, how does this really connect to
John,
you?
you know me well enough. It's basically a naked money grab.
Yeah, okay. Sure. It's going to look good, and it's going to have lots of nice stuff, right?
It's a great one. It works really well.
So, sure.
Oh, well. Now, today's project is to jam all these, and it's painful. I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, geez, like here we were when Angie was a Girl Scout leader, and you know, up at Lake Okoboji, and but it's a memory that the Christmas tree, always a good one. There's Angie on her wedding day. Wow, that's where it all started. And little Adam is in there. Look at this. Angie and Adam in the field of grass. And these are my kids, you know, they're my kids. They're my stepkids, but they're the only kids I got. And I'm fascinated with seeing them when they were tiny. These could be scenes of Mars or something, or some alternate reality. Because my life with Angie is like on Mars now, too. You know, it's all part of the same weird, dysfunctional, disjointed past, you know. These are just shards of some meaningless thing. I don't know. So I'm going to jam up all these images, the ones that really get to me, real hokey and sentimental. And then think about it for another week, and then maybe put on some more finishing touches, and then shoot me and the other material that goes up front. Then my daughter and I are moving down here, so we're going to insulate all this and put a wall across here, insulate it, and we'll just entomb the whole thing.
So it'll be buried. It'll be a part of it.
Like an Edgar Poe story.
Yeah.
We'll always know it's there, though.
Sometimes people say, gosh, why is that artwork significant to me? It's the artist thing, and it doesn't have any relevancy to me. How would you respond to somebody like that?
I don't know. I just don't worry about that. I don't worry about that, because talk about art saving the world. It does save my world. It's the way I just kind of claw and find my way through the darkness. I mean, it's it. I can't imagine a life without making art. Yikes. Joseph Campbell, in one of his lectures, said something that struck me, that artists are generally people who have come apart at the seams somewhere along the line, and their work is an attempt to put themselves back together again, or at least keep themselves back together. That's definitely what my work is about. Oh! Sucker weighs a ton. There it is. Got charcoal everywhere. I don't want to get it on my jacket. Oh. See, the thing is, get down. Okay. All right.
It is February, and the divorce has become final. Kent is still working on the shrine project, and a new vision is emerging. He will no longer pose nude with a whiskey bottle in his hand. Now he sees himself in a different role.
I'm a good actor. The role is my life. I mean, I'm playing myself, so it's like The Mask in the old horror movie where they wear the mask and then they can't take the mask off and the mask becomes the face, or what we were saying about acting, you know. It becomes real. I'm better now. I mean, these projects work for me. It's clarified my thinking. I mean, the thing about an experience like divorce, for me, is it's just the way that the meaning kind of drains out of your life. And this has been my way to try and put it back in, just to make sense of the experience. And it's working. And it's working. I feel a lot calmer about it. I mean, this is one project that I've gotten absolutely no support from my friends, because they see it, and what was the one guy's comment? He said, "You don't have a high-powered rifle, do you?" Because it seems dangerous psychologically. But I think that's just a part of our culture where, you know, any bad thing, just push it down, avoid it. You know, don't think about it, don't feel it. And it's possible that it's definitely possible that I get to a point where I'm just wallowing in it. That's a very artistic thing to do, I suppose. But really, I think it's a matter of trying to just actually feel it. Just feel it, because that's the thing about emotions. They have a purpose. I mean, I'm no psychologist, but just for myself, to actually experience it in a very complete way and survive it. They don't go away, but you process this material and then you go on to the next thing. And I think that's what I'm doing. But it's just perfect. I mean, it's exactly right. Because this is really a prayer for the family. That's what it is. It's just a prayer for the family, not just my family. And it really is that. It's not a joke anymore. I mean, it's real.
Artists kind of saying, hey people, wake up and pay attention. You know, really look at the things that are around you. There's all of this wonderful stuff out there in the world. Enjoy it, take it in, and really be involved with it. And don't just kind of blunder through your day-to-day existence with your eyes closed. Wake up and pay attention.